Recording is on.
So I'm going to leave the investments the same.
Yeah.
And then we have the bills. So, I mean, I don't know what day that the Amazon bill comes out, but that's when we can really check that again.
Okay.
So we have the Amazon bill. So the status on this is that we tried to change the automated system to delete all old files automatically.
Yeah, they should bring down the cost.
So we want to double check on the date.
Yeah, I'm checking. Here the date. Because I think for January was already. Yeah, Amazon is the 5th, so it's the beginning of the month.
Okay, so this is going to be February 5th. So on February 5th, we're going to want to double check on that. So hopefully next week.
Yeah,
so let's
because January was paid.
About the same. Maybe we can bring it down a little bit or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make this yellow. I mean, we'll say that we started.
Yeah, I mean we're.
Okay. What?
Yes.
Okay, so then we have base upfront payroll. So did we run? We ran that again, right?
We ran the
26 East payroll, right? We just ran that, or we did the 164 base. We were a month late on this, or I don't remember.
Yeah. So we ran the 164 base upfront, and now we are at the accounting for 164 base token. So that's gonna. The next base upfront payroll is gonna be next week, probably.
Okay, so basically we are late on starting the next payroll round, right?
Yeah, we're completely late because we're more than a month late for 164, and we want to at least cover up to the base upfront bonus.
Okay, so but on my side, this would be, let's just say that it's okay for now on my side, but a little bit behind schedule for the next payroll round. So we should make sure we're prepared for that. We'll make this like a 5.4. Cool. All right. Nonprofit accounting. So follow up on this nonprofit accounting priorities. So the nonprofit accounting is super key, setting up all the nonprofit accounts. This doesn't include the nonprofit accounting invoicing receivables. There's also the nonprofit setup, but the nonprofit setup is not money based. It's about the actual. Well, no, it is money based as well, right? Or not?
I don't know. I mean, we have
nonprofit budget. Do you see the nonprofit budget anywhere here?
No, but I think it's no. Yeah, not non-profit budget proposal.
You see it?
23. Yeah.
923. Okay, so obviously this is going to need to go up. So let's make these all the same level priority. So we have the nonprofit budget proposal. We've got the nonprofit accounting and the nonprofit invoicing and accounts receivable.
Yeah, I'm going to add the nonprofit accounting in the other possible topics for later, because maybe you want to review that quickly, the priorities, when we do the view.
As far as the nonprofit accounting for the work, right, it looks like we may go to a dual position model and dual position model with separate time tracking. Cool. And responsibilities. So we do have a status update on this one. So this one is started. I guess technically started would be. Perfect. This also is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
The other one is the non-profit account invoicing and accounts receivable is what we talked about, right? That we need to, once we set up the budget, we also need to set up the way that we want to track the hours for nonprofit versus for profit, maybe with different tops, different
Yeah.
tracking hours.
I just noted that. So I said, looks like we might go to a dual position model.
Ah, right. Okay. With separate time tracking and responsibilities. Ah, yeah. Thank you. You're always step ahead. Nice.
Yeah. All right. So then we have our normal monthly budgets, HR and overall budgets. We just completed voting on our current budget, which is what's the current budget? 133.
33 West.
So completed voting on 133 to prevent mismeet
It's pending certification.
on Thursday. Okay, cool.
The only thing I can foresee for the budget that could create problems is that Angela, she did not vote. I followed up on her and say, look, if you don't vote, try to vote by this time, because if you don't vote, the time that you accumulate as the responsibility will not be applicable for base pay, only equity. So I saw her online today, so I don't know, maybe she didn't read the messages before and she might cast her vote, and because everybody has voted. So this
Yeah,
could
but
really
it's like
change.
you're not. I mean, under our policies, you're not. No one's required to vote, right? It's just like if you don't vote, you can't track hours that you get paid for, right? So
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it might change the outcome if she decides to vote. Right?
possibly, but I think overall, like, my recommendation would just be like not to push it. Like if someone doesn't vote, they chose not to vote, so therefore there's no time. So by writing a big huge message that you at them you're actually creating time.
No, I'm not pushing. Because you remember we talked about this, right? So I was on Sunday. I was checking how it was going, and as we said, we should give everybody a chance. So I just sent out a message to the people that didn't vote, which were Ate, Moth, and Angela at the time, right? So Ate voted, and Angela didn't. But I saw that she was online today, so I don't know what's going to happen. But she might, the result might change. Hopefully not, because she already knows. She already knows the results. She can see how other people voted. So I hope she's not gonna get in the way, right? But that's the only thing that about the budget that it worries me a little bit, but not too much.
Okay, but anyways, it sounds like it's not a big deal. I mean, you don't want to do it just a normal reminder for people, but yeah, other than that, it should be fine. If she doesn't vote, it's not a big deal. It's not a problem.
Yeah, before the tally, before we
yeah, but it's obviously the same thing. Like anyone could change their vote, and it could become a problem. But why should we expect someone to change their vote?
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So the next one is the SVG equity spreadsheet. So this one we went over before, and it was obviously like barely even started. So but not needing even the minimal.
We did training, yeah, so it's much clearer.
So this definitely still needs some work. I'm going to prioritize this a little bit higher. All right, so then we have the taxes verification. All right, so we have USCOB taxes. So this is going to be slightly higher. Reconsider tax advisors.
This is actually a bit redundant with the executive support, right? We have it also in executive support.
But it's slightly different in terms of like taxes technically is under money, right? So it kind of goes in both. Okay. So there's two sides. The money side of the taxes is the money side, and then you have the legal compliance side of the taxes, right? So the tax is like a double-edged sword, right? There's the money side, and there's also the legal compliance side.
All right.
Right, because it's required government process, even though it's how the money is related to the separate thing. All right, so we do need to review the tax verification with the IRS, and then also, I think maybe start with USCOB.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yes,
we
should
can see
be.
the status of USCOB, which will allow us to know what the next step is. Right,
Yes, should be taxes. Yeah, it's also
let's
here.
this. Well, say what?
US COB taxes is there, 16. Now you need to
Yeah,
put it up.
I put it up. So that's
We need to
bad.
do the filing.
How do we start the tax verification process? I don't remember actually starting it. Let's say new start. I'll just say bad. All right. So that brings us to
Crypto money recovered.
crypto money recovery. Yeah. So again, we're not really prioritizing this, which is, I think, fine. I mean, I think the priority is dealing with the money that we have, and then we can deal with the money that we're trying to recover.
Yeah, I mean, this could be good because uh, if since we're gonna launch now SEG and we're gonna have all these like legal partners and advisors, we could also think about getting them involved and help us out with this with these issues. Maybe I mean it was meant to be pushed back because we're gonna be stronger.
We've always had all the legal partners and support, but it's just like we're the experts on it. We know more than they do.
Now I'm not saying about the whole fraud. I'm saying about that Bitcoin that's blocking Upload. That's Binance. No, it's blocking Binance, right? Or an Upload.
It's all of it. Anyways, we just need to prioritize it and work through all the details. There's a whole bunch of details to go through for that. All right. Overall build priorities. I mean, I think this is definitely improved. We got started on here, but we're still not doing the actual bill work, which should also be under our list of management requirements. So list of management required status update. So we have taxes, accounting, and bills. I love this. I'm very excited about this new policy that we're implementing. Okay, so let's leave bills because bills still isn't really moving forward much. Backstock account transfers. Consider whether transfer fund back into stocks. Oh yeah, this backstock account transfers. I don't know. I don't think it's a huge priority. So
But I have a question on this one. Maybe, if I can. So all this money that the BJC trust transfer to ULLC, does this money go into the 1099? No, because it needs to go back, right? So it's not 1099. Something else.
First of all, trusts don't issue 1099s; they issue K1s. Second of all, in relation, and the K1s only address the actual profit. So if there's no profit, then there's nothing to put in the K1. But anyways, in relationship specifically to that transfer, my understanding of the transfer is that because we didn't have our crypto sales, we transferred the actual value of the crypto into the BJC Trust crypto account. So it was a swap.
All right.
So if we sell the crypto, it would be sold and then put back into the stock account, right? But we never took money out of BJC Trust, right? The BJC Trust still had the money.
Yeah, I mean, but it changed the assets of the BGC Trust, right? Because the portfolio went down in US dollars, went down. I don't know about the wallet, and the wallet went up. But I'm more thinking about ULLC. How do we manage it with ULLC taxes, right? Because
but it's just not applicable to Innovate United LLC taxes at all.
Well, right? it's an inflow into ULSC, right? It needs to be justified in some way. It needs to be right. It's not 1099. All right, perfect. It's okay. K1. I don't know if it's if we look at J partner of ULSC's putting this money, yeah, it could be into the K1s, right? But, yeah, I mean we.
So basically, one of two things happen. One, it would make BJC Trust a percentage owner if it was an investment in Innovate United LLC, or it would be just a distribution of money that already is dealt with and controlled within the trust, right? So it's trust money held in trust on behalf of Innovate United LLC. So anyways, I mean, I just don't think we need to worry about it. We'll get to it and make sure that we have it figured out, but it's, if we need to deal with it within the taxes, we can look at that. But I don't think it's a major concern.
No, I mean, not for now. I mean, we will have to deal with it for sure later on. But I mean, my question is, no 1099. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing to think about is simply that it's just like the transfer came from USCOB, just like all the other funds, because basically it was just a sale, because they're just selling the crypto, but instead of selling the crypto to, Binance or crypto.com, you're selling the crypto to BJC Trust.
Yeah, I see it, right? I see it. Just, I mean, my question for now is, it's not, obviously I knew it, but I want a confirmation. It's not applicable to 1099s. All right. We'll deal with it when it's time.
But it could be applicable to 1099's relationship to the USCOB. Right. Anyway, so that we already did USCOB. So POP verification responsibly organizing. So this is still a concern. I don't think it's been improved. So I would put this as another thing that needs to be updated on, right? So budget. POPs.
We are doing POP verification. We updated the POP verification spreadsheet.
But yeah, I keep asking you guys to review it with me and go over it.
Yeah, we need to review it together.
Anyways, we can leave that here. But we'll just leave it as yellow. Okay, so that brings us to bonus upfront payroll.
Yeah, this is
base token payroll. So base token payroll is the current payroll that we're on, right?
Yes.
So we can say we're currently on
accounting.
This would be the 164 degree west.
164 west, yeah.
And is there any estimate on when it's supposed to be happening?
Yeah, so I reviewed and verified the work that Mamoon and Joyce did. So everything is verified. Now we need to do the accounting, and then we can finally run them.
Right, so obviously payroll will be added to our management list as well. All right, so that brings us to the bonus upfront payroll, and this would have is this planning that it's going to happen? Like, what's the current status of that for 164?
Yeah, we agreed that we want at least manage to cover also the 164 West bonus upfront payroll, and then we skip the bonus token payroll to concentrate on the next payroll round, the 26E.
So you're saying that the bonus upfront payroll you still want to have happen?
Yeah, next week, if possible.
Cool. All right, so it should happen soon. So let's bring that up a little bit on the priority list. Maybe it's 5, 10. Cool. All right. Base token payroll bring up much higher. Okay, so that brings us to sponsorship admin fees. Still hasn't really got anywhere with that. Also, sponsorship is another thing that is supposed to be managed. We have org support, right? Support alliance.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to separate org support and life support. All right, so sponsorship, I mean, yes, probably. Less important. Move this done. Continue to up a little bit. Asset organizing, transferring, the transferring PayPal. We should answer this. Yeah. Not clear. Not a huge essential priority of short term. Reimbursements. Where is this?
Yeah, reimbursement. They're working on the reimbursements. So.
All right. So it is being worked on.
Yeah.
So let's prioritize this a little bit higher, maybe 5.9.
Yeah, I mean it's going to happen very soon because from what I see, the
Nonprofit budget. Oh, here's the nonprofit budget proposal. It's line 23.
Yeah.
So, oh no, we already got it. Like, cool, 6.5. Perfect. Accounting priorities. That's good. Equity payroll. Equity payroll is happening. Oversight. Yeah.
We improved a lot, right? We included Aaron, Mel.
Okay, good. Money organizing and assets organizing. Plan on making model strategies specifically for crypto accounts. Money organizing, assets organizing. So this is just in general. I mean, it would be good to address all of these. Anyway, so I think we're pretty much done with all the top priorities for now. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and reorganize these, and then we just need to make sure we're adding in the few that we missed here. So the few ones that we need to add is taxes and the 1099. So, I mean, I think overall, so taxes right now is line 11. Right, so we have the taxes verification and we have USDOB taxes, right? So I feel like there is an overall taxes priority that needs to be clear on the list, right? So question is, what is that? And making sure.
Yeah, the taxes process, right?
I don't know, but we know what the current status is, right? So this would be or next steps and details. So the status is that it's moving forward, right? Moving forward. And I don't know, I'm going to make it orange because there's some concerns, So we have concerns about the current 1099 process. Process in that we are not following that process. All right. So this would be priority is taxes, oversight, and coordination, I guess. Taxes, oversight, and management. Coordination / management. Okay.
Yeah, coordination management, more than coordination and management, I think, I mean, management is definitely good, but what the biggest problem is that the work organizing, right? We're just, I mean, obviously it's my fault because
But isn't that management? What the management is organizing the work.
coordination. Ah, yeah, you put the coordination. Yeah, work organizing coordination.
Cool. So, I mean, I think that's definitely very, very important, and that's where the 1099s would come in. But I think there's a lot of priorities above that, including the SVG equity spreadsheet and the nonprofit accounting.
Yeah, especially
but there
because
is a due date on here. So what is the deadline?
the deadline is today for sending the 1099s to the contractors, to the beneficiaries, right?
Yeah. So that's the internal deadline. So what's the external deadline?
Well, that's the government deadline, January 31st, to send to the.
Well, but that's our internal deadline, because then we need to internally send it to our workers. There's nothing to the external to the government. So when's the external deadline?
Well, there is the external government for the W-3 filing to the IRS, but I don't know.
So that should be automatic. So if we want to double check that that's happening, we can. It's just a matter of going and logging in and seeing if it got sent.
Yeah, I don't understand what automatic means, you know. So the W-3
automatically. That's what it means.
Okay, because last year we filed the W-2 for Joel, so I don't know.
How do you know? What did you have?
Well, we sent it to him, right? The W-2 only.
It should have been automatically sent to him.
By who? By the system. There's a
by Intuit payroll that we pay a ton of money for.
All right.
It was like $100 a month, right, for Intuit payroll. And the whole reason we pay that money is so that they automatically do all the taxes for us. That's the whole point.
Okay, so we need definitely to verify with Joel that the information is correct. He received it. At least we need to do the verification. Right? This is good then.
Or we could verify on our side if we log into the payroll, the Intuit payroll.
Yeah, I mean, we should definitely do our calculations and our figures, and then we need to go compare them with Joel. I mean, that's what the process should be, right? Send him. Okay, for us, the payrolls amounts were this, the taxes, the federal taxes on the payrolls. Is this correct to you? Did you get the W-2? Is everything okay? So we should do this communication for sure, at least.
Yeah, but that gets complicated with all the communication we already need to do with Joel, which includes all of the CCC communication and all of the other things. There's just so many things going on with Joel. So
yeah, I understand.
So overall, that would be not really money priorities. So I think for the money priorities, we just want to verify that the W-3 was sent in Intuit payroll, and if we can see that, then we should be fine on the money side. But there is also dealing with all the other things with Joel, including verifying his that he received it. You know? So let's make sure that gets prioritized and adding that to. So this is in topic 1, line 40. So add Joel verify for that he received. Verify that he received W3 along with all other. Okay, and so that, because currently the Joel communications are in Mel's hand, and she's decided to postpone it all. So we need to make sure that she understands that there's additional additional communication that needs to be added to that. Okay, so we can update. This could also be updating the email, the draft email for him. Okay.
Yeah, I would do that the highest priority.
No, it's not a high priority. It's just add it to the executive, add to executive priorities list. Okay.
Yeah, but Jay, sorry. The deadline is today, right? So we need to
So
at
for
least
the
verify
deadline, the
internally
money.
what you
So the
said,
money
right?
to verify that it was sent in the Intuit payroll. So that could be the first thing you do.
Yeah, exactly. Because the only filing with the IRS that the deadline is today is the W-3. So if we verify that the W-3 was sent automatically, as you said, okay, we're good. Then we can deal with the communication with Joel, since the situation is delicate in a different way. But we should definitely verify that we actually don't need to do the filing of the W-3 with the IRS.
Yeah, but the thing is that this is where it just gets it gets a little frustrating, and then this is going right back into dealing with this whole taxes oversight and coordination topic.
Yeah.
Right, that we need to discuss and address. But basically, there must be responsibility organizing for every single organization. So when you come into WCTC, I'm going to put this on a separate line. WCTC, 1099/W2/W3s, right? It needs to say, this is done by Intuit payroll. We pay lots of money for Intuit payroll to send taxes automatically. So then you would say, okay, so the process is skip for the W3, skip to responsibility 15, verification of sending government documents. You see what I'm saying? Like the responsibility organizing for each organization is different for the 1099s, the W2s, and the W3s, and the W8s, and the W9s. All of it needs to be organized and documented per organization. We've already discussed this.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it hasn't been done. The biggest problem is it hasn't been done because the starting work, which.
But that starts with you guys. You work on one single organization at a time, and you guys aren't doing that. Right? The way you talk
exactly.
Oh yeah, overall everything is da 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 da. It's like, no, don't do overall everything is da 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 da. It has to be per organization, per program, per individual component to follow up on it and follow the steps and the responsibilities. And if you need help with the responsibility organizing, schedule with me, and I'm fine to prioritize that and make it happen, or prioritize it during a main session.
No, exactly. Right? We did it yesterday. I included all the notes that you did into the responsibility organizing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but understand when you talk, the responsibility that we are on for the W3 is the verification. Does that make sense? That's the responsibility that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Anything else is not applicable because you keep saying over and over and over again, oh, we created the W3. Oh, we need to send the W3. Oh, we need to do all this. It's like, no, none of that is part of the responsibility. The responsibility is just verification, right? It's just like we need to verify the USDOB taxes with the government or whatever we need to verify. That's the step that we're on. That's the process that we're on. And that's what needs to be in the responsibility organizing.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. The thing is that since we did a poor job and we didn't do the job that is the most important, which is the list, get the list verified and see who's applicable for 1099s, who's K1s, who's W2. We didn't do all of that, right? And we just jumped and made conclusions without a good process, right? So
Well, you
I'm
guys
just
just
saying,
didn't follow the process, and it's causing a lot of problems. And I don't know how many hours and hours you want to track because you obviously didn't do the work. You didn't verify the responsibility organizing. You didn't check in on any of it. So it's just like, there should be a lot of policy tracking going on for like obviously multiple hours. And I mean, this is going to affect the entire year of taxes, not just today, not just next week, not just next month. It'll affect the entire year because everything is based on the W uh,
yeah,
8s and W9s and like getting all the documentation set up. Like this is the foundation to all the rest of the taxes.
yeah, yeah. And I didn't get it. I got it now after the review we did yesterday. I went back and understood. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to affect it, but in a good way, I think, because now we're getting back on track, I believe.
Well, it seems to me like it's not going to happen. So anyways, we'll
Well,
see.
well,
Until it happens, it's obviously not going to happen, right?
right, of course.
All right. Anyway, so if we want to make it a topic, we can. But I think we are done with the priority list. Is there anything else on the priority list?
No, I think, I mean, the rest we can see next week. The main things are, we covered a lot. I mean, at least 2/3, a little less than 2/3.
Okay, cool. So that brings us to our view up. So let's do a quick view up and then take a break. So we can definitely spend, the 5 to 10 minutes on verifying that the W3 was sent. Should be fine. It could take longer if you need to call them. And then I think we should go over the taxes oversight and coordination and management, or the money management status report, right?
Yeah. And
And then maybe we just do a view up after that.
yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
But from there, the priorities would be either just getting into the investments, which is obviously top priority,
Yeah.
or dealing with the tax oversight and coordination management, which is also a priority. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the money support for closure.
All right. Cool. So 5 minute break.
Okay, 5-minute break.